Now the fun part.
Ooh, the fun part.
Why did it not? There we go. It like didn't want to show up
It
on
never wants to show up. Only we show up, and we're
well,
here now.
Rumble. It's always Rumble that like isn't quite ready for this kind of shit yet.
What's Rumble's problem?
They're
See,
waiting.
I thought that was it is actually us in the upper left right hand corner, but
Yes.
I thought that was actually us moving, and I was like, oh, why am I frozen? I was like, oh shit, it's a picture.
Well, funny story about that. I said we should send me photos of us, and instead I just used old
I
photos and made it work.
we have a bunch, dude. I think I sent you
Yeah,
30 or 40 weird face fucking pictures. Sorry, I'm using the fuck way early in the
gives a
podcast. My
fuck.
bad. Who gives a fuck, right? Who gives a
Well,
fuck? Who gives a fuck? We're already demonetized when we hit the ground running. So who gives a shit, right?
yeah, I also was. Oh wait, I'm supposed to go live on this shit. Hold on.
Whoopsie. Whoopsie.
The timer. There it is.
To the two people.
You hear it?
Yeah, motherfuckers. Ooh.
I get the grab ready.
Look at Mike getting high. Banana. Maybe I'll put lyrics to this one day. Sing along. Blah 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 blah. All right, 30 seconds to showtime, dipshits. I feel the anxiety building up already around the world. Everybody's going crazy.
That's 6 people here. Nice. Yo, I love when people are returning customers.
Yes, welcome back, dipshits, to another installment of the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast. I think we're going to shorten it, Mike, right? Isn't that what we're talking about? We're going to call ourselves the DDS.
Well, I was going to talk to you about it. There's several ways to go. The DDS exists, but it's not a podcast. It's a corporate bullshit. I put it into Chat GTP.
And what
GPT,
and what is
whatever
the
it's
bot
called.
saying? What's the bot
And it's
saying?
like the DFD podcast. I was like, I kind of like that. The Dumbfounded Dipshits
Uh
podcast. I kind of like
huh.
that. But the DFD podcast does exist, but it's a food thing. And I don't think it, like, if we do like DFD where it's D.F.D,
What if we did it DFDSTZ?
I think it's too much. Like, look,
That's
hold
too
up.
much.
I'm gonna type it in, and if the audience out there, please let us know if you have ideas.
Suggestions are more than welcome.
DFD
You guys just tell us if we're just being
podcast is one
too
way.
dumb.
DFD podcast. I don't know if you could see it. I'll bring it up if I can. Right there, boom. How it looks. DFD podcast or
Or
the DDSP. The DDSP.
the DDSP. I like that. With the "the," you got to have the in front of it,
Yeah.
and that officiates it.
What else? What was the other one? What did you say? T.
No, I said DFD. No, DF. No, dumbfounded dipshit. So DFDS, right?
DFDS.
Yeah, the DFDS.
See, I like the DFD podcast, and I like the DDSP. The DDSP sounds like, yo, what are you doing tonight? I'm gonna go watch the DDSP.
There's a flow.
Yeah, it's a
right.
little,
I hear that. I sort of like that. What do you guys think? The DDSP? What do you guys think? Tell us. DDSP, Diamond Cutter.
he just wrote.
Word. So, world is going to shit. It's official.
Is it though? I don't think it's like the same shit, different day. Don't forget, the world went to shit during COVID and the Black Lives Matter protests when they burned down, a Wendy's.
Well, the thing is, isn't it just constantly just turning to shit?
Well, someone
Isn't that the theme? That's just been the theme the last couple of years. Since
posted,
Harambe died. Since Harambe died, we keep bringing this on every podcast. We keep talking about this. That's when everything took a turn. But I think I said something else last week. I said it was actually earlier than Harambe. But
well, someone said how there's a connection between the Bilderberg group meetings and protests. And
I don't have my tinfoil hat. Hold on a second. Where the fuck did I put? I forgot where I put my tinfoil. But anyway, continue.
And that it seems to always line up that there's major protests around the time that the Bilderberg group meeting happens. And apparently it happens in June. And what month happens to be right now? And it's June. And it's happening again. And who knows? There's 8 people here. Please like and subscribe or don't.
Or don't like us. Don't like us. The thing is, we know this is a dumbfounded dipshitty podcast. So you don't have to like us. We don't even like us. We just like doing this, whatever stupid shit this is. And now it's 7. Bye-bye. All right. So a lot of people, popular opinion is the world's turning to shit just because they're the ones who are watching television, right? And obviously what happened in LA while we were podding last week, while we were on the pod, LA was getting lit up with rubber bullets because there were protests, I guess, out on the highway. And I had, people that I know out there said that they had to completely avoid all of that and made them take super detours to get home because, the streets were filled. But then again, this is the thing with the news, right? It's like how much of this is, exaggerated or how much of this is being downplayed. Yeah. Because the thing is, once the military fucking has to show up, like like this is the thing. What I don't get is like, that is like some shit that you do in like, I understand that maybe if you have rowdy crowds. So for example, I'm pretty sure that, like you always have these plants that will throw a rock just to be a provocateur. You know what I mean? Most of the people are probably just standing there actually just want to, protest because it's just a unified protest. It's in every city, right? Yeah. Mark Ruffalo up in New York while it's raining. It's happening down here in Miami. It's happening in Los Angeles, here, there, all over Texas. And the thing is, it's not going shitstorm in every city. This is just like in Los Angeles, I just feel is prone to riot.
This weekend was a big one, though. There was multiple cities for the No King protest, which I don't think they actually understand how government works. He's not a king. And when I talk to people about it,
I guess their idea is that the thing is, the people's, when they're saying that, their idea is that he's trying to make himself a king.
But here's the thing.
That's a presumption that they think he's doing that.
I get it. in a certain way, I get it, because whenever I talk to someone, I go, "What's your actual problem? Is it the policies on paper? No. What's the problem? It's the way he talks. He sounds like a dictator." I'm like, so your only problem is literally the way he talks and presents himself. And well, yeah, he said he didn't he say some stupid shit how he like Putin's a great leader. Oh, yeah, he's trying to make deals with the guy and stop a war. He's gonna probably toot the guy's horn a little bit.
Well, he did that about Kim Jong-un. You know,
what they're trying to.
Remember when he was chummy with them and he met him and all that.
If you want to make peace with these savages, sometimes you have to grease them up a little bit before they get the fucking, you know. To be like, okay, he respects me before you go. Okay, so, now that you think I respect you.
So what you're saying is that Donald Trump throws a little bit of haktua on the double-handed fucking.
He's the expert of the deal, isn't he? Isn't that what I'm doing the hand thing like he does now? doing the hand thing. I don't like the hand thing. We're both New Yorkers, me and Trump. His net worth is quadruple, if not more, than mine. Maybe.
Well, that's up to dispute. A lot of people said that he fudged the numbers on that. So
well, it's lower, so it could be lower. It's still going to be quadruple what mine is.
I just always assumed people who are like super rich lie about their assets.
So you know what I mean? I have this video up. It's a reason why I have this up, because it's going to be in the context.
Oh God, it's Sam Tripoli. Sam Tripoli. He predicted this.
So, I didn't go back. Thank you. So this is Sam Tripoli in 2023, and I saw this episode, and I think he's a kook. He's like,
oh, he's all over the place, dude. He believes in some radical shit, dude.
He's in the deeper. He's past like here's Alex Jones, and he's deeper than Alex Jones. He's
or higher. Well, depending on how. Yeah.
But here's what he said in 2023.
Gay pride stuff is going away. And the next thing you're going to see are immigration riots. This is going to be right around the next election. So hand to God, we do this episode. Next day, Starbucks is like, we're banning all the pride stuff. And now you start seeing these they're putting little breadcrumbs out, man. Little breadcrumbs. Oh, I saw this one thing in Chicago. Oh, yeah, illegal immigrants are upset about where they're staying. And these illegal immigrants who speak no English are holding up perfectly written English signs saying we're tired of how we're being treated. And now you're starting to see this over and over again. Eric, so everyone's always like when all these Republican governors are like sending these immigrants all over the country, everyone's like, yeah, you're showing those Democrats. Bro, they're moving assets. I know it sounds crazy, but that is 100
What do you mean they're moving assets? What do you mean?
Dude, these guys coming into the country, bro, have you seen them? A lot of them are Chinese, and a lot of them are military-age people. Too. And I'm telling you, they're moving, and this is what's going to be right around 2024 election. Immigration riots, people going nuts, and as listen to this, and you'll start seeing all the little breadcrumbs. I'm telling you, that's what they want you to think.
You're buying it.
Oh, I thought they're moving assets, bro.
You're the puppet.
They're moving assets.
What do you mean, like military people?
Dude, study the Bolshevik War. It is happening in real time. 100%. But I just wanted to get that out to everybody because I'm trying to warn people. This game.
So. Listen, a broken clock is right twice a day, and he hit the nail on the head right there.
I mean, this is the thing. Through deduction, he's like, well, once you remove like the LGBTQ protests and stuff like that, what else is there, right? And also to the argument of a lot of immigrants actually already speak English. You know what I mean? A lot of them learn English before they come here.
At the same time, if these people coming here are military aged people and they're spies or whatever you're trying to say they are.
Oh well, that was with the argument with the border. Remember that was because everybody was male of a certain age, right? Yeah.
They mentioned he's like, listen, if there's the southern border crisis is not about people from Mexico crossing the border and coming here. And people have it stuck in their head that that's what it's about. And it's never been about that because guess what?
They're from everywhere, pretty much.
A lot of Mexicans, not that I'm not speaking for all of them, but they fucking like Mexico.
Well, that's why Mexico has a lot of Mexican people who live there.
Well, no shit.
They like their country.
I'm saying, like,
you got a lot of people who move to Mexico. I hear like Tulum is starting to become a pretty hipster spot over the last decade or so, and a lot of people just are expats moved out there. A lot of them are yoga freaks, though. A lot of them are cultish, and a
Well,
lot of them are into yoga.
well then. So Sam Tripoli kind of was.
He sort of hit it. I think he hit the nail, but he didn't hit it directly on the head.
Oh, but he
Very close, because he did say what's the next thing, and he was right. But that was already boiling up anyway. You know what I mean? That was already an issue that was sort of oppressing even 2 years ago.
Did you send me this one? Apparently, Stephanie Tanner from Full House, the actress,
She got arrested protesting.
she was. Well, here, where's the volume? I'll play from the beginning. I'm gonna play again. But, yeah.
So
Listen. I hate celebrities who have nothing better to do, and they know no one gives a fuck about you anymore, and your status is basically down the toilet, and you're like, let me go make a name for myself.
I had to tell my mom to stay away from these protests.
How can they treat me like this? Why did they throw me? What did I do wrong? Did you approach the officers? Where was she? You could see the protest lines there. She's all the way in front of the.
Yeah, but hold on. Does it show her approaching the officer first?
Hold on, let's see. She's already there. She's up there. So who knows how she got there? But like, bitch, get back. And like, I don't think people understand that they're not there to be your friend. They're not there to pat you on their head and say good protest.
This is the whole thing with me, and I'm going to plead ignorance on this, because by the time I tuned in, I felt like so much had already happened. You know what I mean? That I didn't know like what caused what. I didn't know that they like what the protesters were doing to incite the police presence, and then how quickly overwhelmed the cops got. You know what I mean? And was it because of the volume of protesters out there, or did that sort of entice some sort of a riot situation to where it's like that brought all the anarchists out of the fucking woodwork to just start like.
What kind of annoys me now is
snowballing it.
Is no one. It's probably out there, and I just couldn't find it because it dies out. But like when the COVID protests, I call them COVID protests. It wasn't because of COVID. It was because
it just happened during COVID.
It was actually because a police officer killed unarmed black man.
Oh, George Floyd. The George Floyd, yes. There was a bunch of. Do you remember there was a bunch of things that happened, all in a very short period of time? George Floyd was like the biggest one, but there was like a bunch of other stuff.
And George Floyd was the one where like you couldn't justify no matter what. You couldn't. There was no like, dude, he's down already. You're staring at like, look. To me, it looked like he panicked. Mm-hmm. And like when he saw all the people surrounding him, he was like, didn't know what to do. But it's no excuse. You're a trained officer. Get the guy off the ground.
Exactly.
Get him in the car. Get him in an ambulance as soon as possible. Don't fuck around. And now you're in jail.
Yeah.
And I hope he doesn't get out.
And you know what I took issue with besides the fact that he fucked up, right? As a professional, right? And the guy, nobody needed to die, right? Because it was a nobody needed to die situation. It was just that I felt like the air was there already because of COVID. So it's like, why would you in cell phone camera? You just said it. Why he did that in front of people, and you think that because he like froze. Well, not froze, but derped. He derped up. He panicked and derped, right? So I would just like, I don't understand how it's not your instinct is the opposite. You know?
Yes.
Like I know some people get that. What do they call when gymnasts get that thing where they just forget how to do the move and they wipe out?
So I think they're not trained long enough. They need to go through rigorous training. They need to become like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu purple belts practically, because if
that's a lot of training though, dude. To get purple belt is
if you're doing it consistently, like for a job, and you have no choice but to do it for the academy, you can get there probably in 2 years. That's 2 years of training. That means you have to then you have to pay them more money because they're taking 2 years out of their whole career to train.
And most police academies like 6 months.
Yeah, if that long. Like,
but don't you think like aren't like certain municipalities like focusing more on like police training and stuff like that?
Yeah, but I still don't think it's enough. I don't think. I think once again they need to be like jiu-jitsu, at least blue belt. Come on, I've seen these guys, police officers, who are bigger than the suspect, not able to control the suspect, not doing anything right. And I know jiu-jitsu, and I'm not an expert in jiu-jitsu, but I know enough to do a few things, more than a few, but you know what I'm saying.
What if we just had like Captain America fucking police officers? Like they all just had the superhuman, the super soldier serum.
We don't have that can be bad. I don't think the people who have been harassed or hurt by police or killed would agree with that.
No, hold on a second. I guess the whole thing with Captain America is that he was like noble to begin with. You know what I mean?
Okay, how do we find enough people that are noble to join the police force?
I don't think there's any.
People join the police force because they have no other choice and they need a career somehow, and it's a city job or a state.
I think some people are interested in the work,
but that's just a small amount. I think there's a small percentage of people that actually want to. Like, oh, I could be a cop and make a difference, and then they get there and they realize, no, this is all red tape. I can't make a difference. I have 500 other superiors to answer to, quotas to fill. And like Joe Rogan says it all the time about the guy he knew was a Baltimore cop, and the guy was like, "Bro, it's the same crimes and same shit happening for the past 100 years in this area, or 50 years, or whatever, or as long as the record has been." And it's like it's not changing. Why is it not changing? If policing's not working, and the whole prison system doesn't work either.
Well, it's a system and it's a business. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like human beings are a commodity in the prison system.
Yes, and that's a problem.
And it's a big problem, and that's pretty much, I think, like it was about reform up until it got privatized. Yeah. And once it got privatized, it legit turned into human slavery. That's pretty much what it is, because a lot of these guys work for pennies on the dollar an hour, and just making. Not license plates per se, but like pressing license plates.
License plates.
Yeah, but it's always something different, though. I think every prison has a different kind of manufacturing thing.
So I found this. I guess this is. It says it's
still in LA. This is still LA.
Marines. Now it's the Marines are there allegedly.
So wait, it was the LAPD got overrun, right?
Yes.
And I think they even had state agencies that were trying to, and then the National Guard came in, right?
Yes.
So why have a branch of the military whose operations are usually overseas do anything on the mainland? You already have the National Guard for that.
I don't know if they were overwhelmed. Now, what I'm gonna before I even play this video, let me back. How do I back it out? I don't know how to back out the video. Anyway,
back out the video.
We'll go here instead. So, what I don't like about everything that's going on, and to be honest, is you don't know what's true and who to believe. The media isn't doing their job anymore. There should be a live feed at CNN showing everything with boots on the ground. And before you say, oh, the reporters are there and they got shot in the face. Yes, some reporters got hit in the face with rubber bullets, but they're there, but they're on the front lines. To get the fuck away from the front lines. Well, I'm pretty sure you get a press pass, and be on the opposite side where the police are to get a shot from that side too. Mm-hmm. You can go they're not doing their job. Remember Vice? Vice used to be wearing bulletproof vests in the fucking war zone.
When that kind of journalism sort of stopped, unless it's somebody who's like a super important journalist who goes to like Israel or goes to like the Middle East, like Syria, or is in Iraq or something like that, or Yemen. And it's like they'll have to have that,
and like
the body gear.
I think how when Facebook was doing fact checking, it was annoying, and it got really bad during COVID because they were taking off things that were actually true. But I think we still
or that turned out to be true. Yeah. Like yes, eventually, yeah.
And like now the balance was we're not going to do that at all anymore. And I still think that's not correct. It's not one or the other, but it has to be some medium because we don't know what's true and what's not. You hear, there's police undercover antagonizers within the protesters starting all the trouble. Well, prove it. You can say, I could say the sky is purple, but if you have no evidence, there's no fucking proof.
Well, that's the spin. That's the media spin on it, because obviously, Fox News and CNN has their bits are a little bit more long form. But the thing is, they have a spin on their long form, so they have their narrative of it, right? Which can be interpreted a certain way. Let's just put it that way, right?
Yeah.
You can look at this and use those words to describe it, but the words that you're using can sway your idea of how severe you think it is or how, yada, yada, yada. Now, Fox News, what they do is that they do quick serve shit when it comes to certain things like this. But when it comes to like long form opinions, they let some dude just rant about it from their perspective instead of having it, like you said, a live feed uninterrupted with nobody talking and just show what's happening,
Yeah, or a narrator telling you what's happening. But I don't like opinion news because that's not news. I don't like it at all. It's like I don't want to hear your opinion. I want to hear the truth. That's why people are turning to AI and asking AI questions, because it'll just give you a breakdown of both sides and like what the medium is and like it's and
how is it that
signs? Sorry,
it's okay. We rely so much on the bots to tell us the truth instead of actual human beings.
You might think it's the bots. I think it's the 700 Indians.
So, like you said, ChatGPT is a call center in India.
Well, that's not. Well, the other one was, but So okay. I want to go through some of these signs because they're not that good ones either. Happy B-Day, you racist. Good. We are.
That's pretty funny, dude. Dude, happy B-Day to you racist is pretty funny.
Latino, no es una. I can't even see that word.
No, but I mean that's not that. Obviously, that sign's not in English.
No, I know. Well, none of these signs are good. I thought I was going to find some good ones in this mix, but no. But like, I love when they go like.
If you see somebody holding like the WCW NWO sign, like epic, NWO, epic. NWO. Like, Austin 316 says.
This is how you know this is bullshit. There's not one sign that says taxation is theft.
You always need one of them, don't you? Don't you say
for all? No, you don't see that. You see this bullshit that we are. Bad to the I don't know what that says, but like
this is the thing, and I think what a lot of people are taking issue with, and it's because it was supposed to be just people who were breaking the law at a severe level, like felons. Like it was supposed to be ICE is only raiding places that there's felonious activity or somebody committed a felony and they're on the run. We're going to deport them back to the country of origin. Blah 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 blah. But now it seems like they're like. ICE is rolling up on like a school bus filled with farm pickers. You know what I mean? And they're like rolling on construction sites. That's what I heard. And I think I seen some footage as such. I think I maybe I don't know if I sent that to you with the construction site. But there's been a couple of construction sites that just got like raided.
I mean, if they're so, I have that video, not that construction site video, the other video. Mm-hmm. We'll go right to this then and share this instead. And Caucasian Sasquatch wants to know what is this, and I was like trying to determine if they want to know what the show is or what we're watching.
We're
Dumbfounded Dipshits.
Yeah, we are the Dumbfounded Dipshits, if that's the question, and that's the answer. And what is this? This is we're talking about shit about whatever this fucking riot shit is that's happening in all over the city of LA. It was just one place, but. They sure made it look like it was all over the city. When you were watching the news, it made it feel like LA was just
but then I saw someone who was at the protest, and he's like, it was like barely a mile. I'm like, but that's big still.
That's still pretty big.
What do we do here? You just watch and listen. You can have a discussion with us, give your opinion, give us links of videos to watch.
Yeah.
We do mostly reaction videos. We do political shit in the beginning or like research.
Current events and research. And sometimes history. I think we might do some history too on some shit.
And then the end of the show is reaction videos to these weird videos we found online.
A lot of people use this as ASMR to go to sleep.
No, they don't. So allegedly, by the way, when you're talking about the raid at construction sites and whatnot, allegedly, like, you know how they say, oh, you're supposed to, what's the word? The right to a judge, jury, and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You're supposed to have that if you're a criminal. But the problem is being here illegally isn't a crime.
But
it's a civil offense. It's not a misdemeanor.
That's what I'm saying. So why isn't anybody just seeing a judge then?
So they don't have to see a judge. Someone presents the case to a judge, and the judge
On their behalf, right?
against them.
Okay.
And the judge determines whether they can issue a deportation order or can't.
Right.
So all these raids, a judge had to look at the case and go, yeah, we could deport them. So
there are judges that are looking at this then.
Yes. So my problem with this is you're out there protesting ICE, but you're not doing the fucking research. Who are the judges that are doing the deport order on a girl that has cancer or whatever? That didn't actually happen, but it's just hyper exaggeration of a situation. But like a judge is still looking at it. So that's what happens when you look at. I looked at the history of ICE and all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, so a judge is doing the orders. Find out who that is and protest that person. Don't do anything stupid like this guy just killed the fucking senators. You heard that too, right?
Yeah. What the fuck was that? Okay, yo, can we skip to that?
I didn't even want to go into that today.
My bad. We have to, dude. Because I literally just watched this like 2 hours ago after I took a nap. Right after I got home, which I don't ever nap. Yeah, fuck this ICE shit. Because it's gonna happen. Like the thing is with ICE. Let me just my final thought on this.
What was the guy?
I am not fucking happy that military intervention is even thought to be needed on the American population. Because the thing is, as much as these, like you may think that the people who are protesting they're all illegal immigrants. Then why isn't ICE just taking people in at random on the street? No, because these are citizens. But to fire rubber bullets on citizens, I mean, I understand. Like, if you're throwing rocks and stuff like that, get them the fuck out. But I think a lot of the footage that I saw was just a little excessive and unnecessary. And I think that cops could have handled it. And I think they maybe, like you said, that conspiracy theory about, what did you say, the Build-A-Bear? Who?
Bilderberg.
By the Bilderberg group. Like, they're moving assets and all that shit. It's like, I feel more that is probably more likely because it's easy to organize like something that could be so disruptive to where it's like smoke screen, right? Everywhere. To where it's just like eventually they throw out so much fucking smoke that they could just go and pull the heist, right? Of the century.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, the senator who got shot, that was the husband and wife. It was the both of them, I think.
Yeah.
What the fuck, bro?
So people initially jumped on it saying he was a MAGA cultist and was a Trump supporter, but then it turns out he was
anti-abortion, right?
No, hold on. What the fuck is? I can't find his name now.
I thought he was I thought maybe obviously like we're talking how kind of information you get from the news, and we're also dumbfounded dipshits, so we don't really know much. We don't actually even know what we're doing now. So if that answers your question, Mr. Caucasian. I would have just done COCK Asian. That's what I would have named myself. Cock Asian. That would be funnier, I think. Everybody loves a dick joke.
So apparently he's a politician.
The shooter was a politician? I thought he was living with his friend. He was like in between houses. He was sleeping on a couch or something.
Where's the fucking? I guess I have to share this. Here we go. I don't know if this has this information. He shot.
And hold on a second. This was in Wisconsin, where Tim Walz is the governor.
Apparently, Tim Walz was still accused of blah blah blah. He had a list of targets, and
70 targets
Walz was on it. But I read that it is a politically motivated assassination, but I heard he was appointed by Tim Walz to a position.
At some point, like
yes,
a while ago or recently?
A while ago.
So, and he had a fake rubber mask on. You heard about that, right?
Yes.
To hide his identity, and he fucking shot them in the doorway or something, I think. I didn't really, that's much information after that, but his motivation is sort of what I'm intrigued with because it's like
there.
Right-wing YouTuber. So he's a right-wing YouTuber. No, Benny Johnson.
Read the whole thing though, right here.
Oh, someone's
the first one, right
here. Okay, all right,
right here. Both are. He was appointed to
State Advisory Board. What does that even mean? Is that like an office of like position, or are you just part of a committee?
He was reappointed in 2019, but he really didn't know the guy. But see, the thing, maybe he's a right wing lunatic. They do exist.
There's a lot of just lunatics on both sides, but right wing lunatics sometimes could be pretty fucking loony, like this guy.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So hold on a second. So Tim Walz, he was running for vice president on the Democratic ticket. He appointed a extreme right winger to a position.
Though. A right wing YouTuber referred to him as left wing.
Oh,
that's what the paragraph you read was. A social media have claimed that long-standing ties to Minnesota's DFL governor was.
Well, damn it, Mike! I'm dumbfounded right now.
Yeah. So it was probably a political thing, somewhat, somehow, some way.
From what I heard, there was some house that was raided, and he was like sleeping on some guy's couch, and the guy was like, "I didn't even know he was anti anything." Like, he had no fucking clue. The guy was sleeping on his couch. He had no idea.
Anti moving out and getting a job. He was anti sleeping in a bed, apparently.
Yeah, he was anti getting up off his ass and doing something about his life. Well, actually, he made a name for himself.
I love how we were going to go through the history of ice for 7 minutes, and then we just fuck that. It's probably boring.
You know what? Like, it's. I feel that the whole ice thing is getting way played out, and eventually, that's just going to be an agency that's like going to get absorbed by something else again and just not needed, you know?
Israeli strikes.
So it's likely World War III started, kind of.
Dude, not fucking pumped. Not pumped.
Why do you keep playing when I tell you not to play? You fuck CNN, you dumbass.
I'm not pumped at all.
Yeah, it's bad. And everyone's like, okay, why does Israel have to fire the first shot? And people argue that they didn't. It was Iran that's funding parts of Hamas and blah, blah, blah. But come on.
It seems like we understand like that Iran, they funnel money to a bunch of groups that are, like in active, I guess, conflicts around the Middle East. You know what I mean? For example, Hamas is getting money from Tehran. I think the Houthis in Yemen, I think they may get some money too. And how does Iran have so much money? Is it oil? Do they have oil too? Because I know that there has to be, because that's like the biggest resource in the Middle East, being they're on the other side of the Persian Gulf. But I thought they were like a rocky country. Not Iraqi, a Rocky. It's a bad joke. Dad jokes all day.
Relatively well-educated population.
Right.
They have oil, gas reserves. It has a lot of poor people too, but they also, it's like rich.
Well, every country has poor people. Like, how many countries? Okay, what is I could probably guess this. What is the country with the smallest poorest population?
Far from your mic.
So, what is the country with the smallest poor population? Relative to the rest of the world.
Is what I mean. The background as I research this. This is Iran.
Strikes have hit the Iranian capital of Tehran on Sunday. Video on social media and geolocated by CNN shows smoke billowing into the sky in densely populated areas of the city. Other video showed an injured person being carried on a stretcher, while other residents try to suppress a water break believed to be caused by the strikes. A nearby building could be seen damaged.
I just want to say, if I got attacked by a country, I'd do the same thing as if I got into a car accident, blame everything on the accident. So when there's a water main broke, you got to fix that too now because you just did that.
So you just saying you're waiting for an airstrike before you fix your roof? Is that what you're saying?
No, but I'm just saying, like, hey, insurance. We have the bomb insurance, right? The missile insurance. Well, you got to fix the water main now.
So it's like your bumper was hanging off, and then somebody tapped your bumper fell off, and you're like, oh shit, you got to fix the crack in the bumper. It was there already, buddy.
I did that once.
Wow, scumbag.
Well, hold on. I got rear-ended on Ocean Parkway in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped at a red light. He boom. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's like, oh, sorry. He's like, I'll pay for the damages. I'm like, there's really not a lot of damage. I don't really give a shit. He goes, no, I fucking hit you. Just go. Here's my number. Just go. No insurance. Just go. And I'm like, okay, he's not scamming me because I openly said I don't really give a shit.
Yeah. Right.
I went to
And he was willing to. He just
I went to my guy, and my guy's like, "You want to jack up the price? You want to be fair?" I'm like, be fair. The guy, I basically openly didn't give a fuck, and I got like $400 cash.
Nice.
The guy was like, only $400. I was like, yeah. It was like he hit me in the this was like 2008, and it was like 1998 Nissan Altima.
So you already had a 10-year-old car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were lucky that it was even intact.
Could have fixed the bumper that was annoying me forever, but So for those of you who just joined, I was saying that Iran, who got hit with Israel missile strikes, is going to blame everything on the missile strikes now to do an insurance fraud to get money for all the shit that's broken. Just saying.
Damaged. Its windows blown out.
Yeah, those windows were like that already. Just add that to the claim.
Actually, from what I understand, like Tehran looks like really nice. Like it's a nice looking city.
I'm intentionally trying to downplay it because like people think Iran's a shithole and it's not.
It's actually not. Yeah, it's actually a really nice looking place.
I'm not justifying the government or the way they treat their people. I'm just saying it does.
But this is, and like we were saying about the media, right? And what I hear the buzz about is that there might actually be some dissent in the country.
Well, yeah, no. I know. I used to train with a guy, a jiu-jitsu guy, who his family, he's second generation. I think his grandfather fled Iran.
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
Or so and so took over, which we put them there apparently. If that's the way history works. Before they turn their fucking backs on us because we're scumbags. Not us, but like the United States government.
The CIA, really.
Full disclosure guys out there. I mean, if you're left wing, right wing, we don't really care, but you both should, regardless of which side you're on, you should probably hate the government because they're the reason why you life.
Or just be wary of the GOVT. Keep your eyes open.
Listen, I used to run like a conspiracy page, and it kind of got popular at one point. And I said to my friend who was also running it with me, I was like, "We're definitely on the watch list." She goes, "At this point, we're on the watch list." I'm like, "Yeah." Not because like we were doing anything controversial, but all those conspiracies have been wiped from YouTube. You can't get them anymore.
You can't even get them. Yeah, and why? And what I just said before, Imagine if we all came together and stopped fighting and actually went after real problems. I mean, some people, believe that the immigration thing is a real problem, and maybe I think it's an issue that needs to be paid attention to. But the thing is, what I do believe as well, like with you, is that you sort of like forget about all the other crazy shit that's going on in the world. You know what I mean? Listen, right now, this Israel fucking Iran thing. It's lit. Obviously. No pun intended.
We're not done watching, bro. I got footage for days. Hold on. Because they're just shooting rockets like motherfucker. Like Tel Aviv is getting blown to shit right now.
Yeah. They're getting fucking hit. What's up with this Iron Dome? Do they have like this? Are they able to negate the Iron Dome?
Okay, so the problem is the Iron Dome can stop a shitload of missiles. But Iran is shooting like thousands.
So like every fifth one is getting through.
And yes, which did. I don't know if Ryan saw that. This Caucasian Sasquatch also does his own little show.
Shout out to Caucasian Sasquatch. Watch his show. Follow Caucasian Sasquatch. Follow that motherfucker.
And he subscribed to us as well.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Caucasian.
So here's some more. See, look, how's the Iron Dome supposed to stop that?
That's what I'm saying. Like every fifth rocket is going to get through.
Retaliates,
that one landed.
Populated centers in Israel after Israel unleashes airstrikes that have left Tehran's military leaders dead and key nuclear facilities crippled.
Yeah, let's get right to Sandra Mitchell. She's in our newsroom tonight. She's been tracking all of this. Sandra?
It's fucking crazy.
Rick, right now that situation really escalating. More explosions
I don't
in
care
Tehran.
about you talking. No offense. I just want to see more videos.
Right now it.
Like, you know what pissed me off about YouTube is they it's owned by Google, and Google can suck dick.
Suck a dick or just suck dick? They can just suck dick.
Yes, both. I don't care.
Sure.
Fair. Like it used to be you go search a thing and you'll get someone's phone footage or camcorder.
Very bad quality fucking camcorder. Yeah.
From the location, it's from the people that are there posting it, and now we have to deal with this idiot talking. And not just the fucking footage. because you can't find it anymore. Because the first 1,000 things is the news. The news.
Well, they got to narrate it.
No, they don't. The person can be, hey, I'm in Israel, and look, I'm getting bombed. And then you cut to her later on. I guess that's kind of what they did. But I want more footage. Just imagine you're at home and you hear that shit.
People in Israel are warned to take cover in bomb shelters.
And then you see that shit.
The Israeli military confirming tonight a new wave of missiles were launched from Iran. A few miles from Tel Aviv, rescuers rushed to pull people out of a house that was hit by an Iranian missile.
The Iranian regime has clearly stated its goal to destroy Israel. We will not sit and wait for its intentions to become actions. This is not just a threat to Israel. A nuclear-armed Iran would pose a grave danger to regional and global stability.
Late today, projectiles intercepted in the sky, but the sound of explosions rocked Jerusalem and plumes of smoke blanketed Tel Aviv. The Iran state news agency reporting that Iran fired hundreds of ballistic missiles at Israel, retaliation for Israel's Friday attack.
Fucking crazy.
I heard that they shot down a couple of Israeli fighter jets over Israel. Over Iran.
Really?
Yeah, I heard they downed a couple of jets, which is nuts. Like that means this is a full-on like. Now, you know what comes next after that?
Nukes.
Well, no.
Go right to the fucking nukes.
No. I don't think
Israeli stealth fighters shot down. Stealth fighters.
That's pretty crazy that they were able to do that.
You know, someone said, I forgot which show it was. Someone said, imagine all these fucking crazy UFOs that we're seeing that we can't track. We can't see where they're going. They're going in the water. They disappear. Is really like North Korea, Iran, because we don't have enough information on these countries. We don't have a lot of spies in these countries. So we don't really know a lot of the technology they're dealing with.
So you think they have like further advanced shit than us and the Russians and the Chinese? Because the Chinese definitely have like super like the same shit that we have. You know, just maybe a different looking model. Like you see like the Chinese fighter jets, how they look.
Yeah.
It looks like fucking like, you know, like the future. No, like Alien. You know what I mean? The way these things look.
Yeah.
And it's a fighter jet that looks like a stealth bomber, dude. They look like sick.
Yeah.
So they have sick technology. So the Russians do too. I mean, probably not as good as the Chinese, and sometimes some of the Chinese stuff is probably better than ours. You know what I mean? Because they work on it. You know.
This is the same area.
I imagine what we are seeing right now is yet another attack, another launch on television.
So Iran hits Israel with supersonic. This is crazy.
Hold on a second. That's like the new super fast fucking warhead kind of thing.
Yes.
And there's a noise.
Let's see if I can find the video. I just want to act. There's like so many videos. I just want like the fucking short.
There's a hypersonic missile strike. Oh, those are all saying it.
They're fire. There's an ad. Why are there ads? I don't want these ads.
Launched a series of so-called hypersonic missiles last night and overnight. We have some visuals here that showcase the damage.
Did you see that shit?
That's
the video I was trying to find.
That looked like a fucking laser,
dude. And that's fucking Tel Aviv, bro.
So-called hypersonic missiles last night and overnight. We have some visuals.
Wow, it's fucking crazy. It's like
the noise of it going supersonic has to be loud as fuck when it lands, dude.
Let's see if I can find the original.
God damn. This is the whole thing. Like, that doesn't even need to explode. I think anything going that fast is going to do so much fucking damage from the energy alone. You know?
It's crazy. And like, not a good look. Not a good look. I'm twisted in here. Where'd it go? Oh, because they're all full screen. Sorry, I got lost in my own fucking madness over here.
You're dealing with mental health issues?
Oh, no. I'm trying to...
I was about to be, get better help. No, I'm kidding.
I thought it was a commercial playing. I wanted to say something. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up. I had a rant about that, actually. And my rant is very simple. If they're making enough money to make all these fucking commercials, something's up. I don't trust anything that makes that much money to make these commercials are expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
Every fucking Hulu commercial now is that. Everything is that. So I think something's up.
I never thought of it that way. Because I just always thought like, because we do have a mental health issue with this country. And I just always thought that was because we're just trying to bring more awareness to mental health issues and stuff like that. So these outlets are there, but it is a business. Yes, they charge you. It's not ridiculously expensive, but yes, you are paying consistently.
It's a subscription service, isn't it? Though you have to pay monthly or weekly.
Yes, yeah. So I was like a little, because listen, I've always like wondered what it would be like just to go to therapy, like just be like. I feel like a therapist is like a functional, like almost kind of like listen prostitution.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's like you're paying somebody just to self-servingly talk to. Yeah. And they may give you some feedback, but they're not necessarily the psychiatrist. Like I'm just saying going to therapy, you know?
I was very skeptical my entire life. Mm-hmm. And having done it, I am not really skeptical. But you could end up with a bad one.
I've heard some from close people to me, horror stories about people falling asleep. I heard from someone that they had a therapist who fell asleep in session.
Then you fire them. You can fire them.
Well, they didn't go back. But also, you also hear from this person, that person, whatever, and that you have like an issue, like somebody's going in for a specific issue, but maybe the therapist is ill-equipped to deal with that issue, so they try to focus on something else that's like maybe a secondary, and they completely ditch.
Yeah, fire that one too.
Yes, I'm sure they didn't go back to that one also.
And you could do everything online now, like through video.
Mm-hmm. Of course, right. Is this still a BetterHelp commercial?
No. It'd be funny if they contact us and like, we would love to have you on, but you guys have no one watching you. So
here's the ad read. Just make sure you say it exactly like this, and don't forget to say the highlighted part.
So back to protests. I found this video and
offered $200 a day to go protest ICE in New York. The organization was called No Kings. They said June 14th, we're going to be protesting, and these are the streets that you need to be on, and this is what you need to do. You need to cause chaotic disruptions, and they said that there's going to be pallets of like bricks and different things everywhere that protesters could use. They really want to wreak havoc. Just got offered $200 a day to go protest.
I don't know about that. Do you know how expensive that would fucking be? It's not like paying fucking 20 people to wear a free Diddy t-shirt.
Hold on.
Outside of a fucking courtroom.
Hold on. The same people that are protesting, not the same people, but some people, and some people on the other side of the spectrum too, will all agree that billionaires are kind of financially stable enough to do anything they fucking want.
So if you're saying like a fucking like a George Soros kind of fucking thing, why
not Elon Musk?
He has a lot of money. He has a lot, but that's a waste of money as far as someone like Elon Musk would consider that.
I know.
It's non-productive. He wouldn't think that would be productive. He would not do that just because he's on the spectrum. You know what I mean? But I think there might be other billionaires who probably say, hey, listen, I'm just going to take out $100 million and pay people just march for fucking a week in the streets. That's a lot. It's a big payroll, man. It's a lot of money if you're paying people that much.
Remember how I said most cops should be like jiu-jitsu black belts or purple belts?
Yeah.
That was almost a perfectly executed double leg takedown.
Yeah, or a spear. One would call that a spear.
Yeah, no, but that's.
I know. I'm kidding.
Spear in.
I know. I know.
But he did slam him down, so it's kind of like more like judo-ish. But
that guy's head hit the concrete. That's fucked up.
But did you see the gun fall? I don't know who had a gun in their pocket. But the gun falls on the floor. Boom. See it?
Oh shit!
That's not a gun.
It looked like a gun.
Was it? See, but look, double leg. Boom, boom. Under the
wow.
It's a double leg.
Very good form.
Yeah, man.
Very good form. But this is a non-protester tackling a protester. That's a felony. What that guy did, the cops are right there. They should arrest that man.
He's probably undercover.
You think that's a cop?
Yeah, it's probably an undercover. He went over and assaulted that officer, then they're going to drag you out. I've seen this during the BLM protest, that there was undercovers in, just like at a concert. You ever notice at a concert there's some guys in the by the pit?
Okay. Yes, but I didn't think. For a second now I'm thinking, right? Now, I didn't think, but now I'm thinking that how many motherfuckers are in the crowd that could possibly incite the chaos. All right, thank you. I'm sorry, Mike. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, but that's what I was just going to say. And I was going to say,
but it's got to be said.
It goes full circle at that point because then you're like, okay, so there's undercover cops possibly in the protest. And they also
throwing rocks, maybe throwing rocks.
There's instigators in the protest. You know what's going to be funny? This is going to confuse all the people that view us that have seen my comments because I have called anyone that said something about the protest retarded, and I'm over here basically agreeing with them kind of and saying that there's definitely or seems like there might be agitators in the protest. Full disclosure, once again, we say a lot of things we don't mean, and we mean a lot of things we don't say.
That's the whole point of the TV show. It's not a TV show, the podcast, or the YouTube show, or whatever you want to call this, the live stream. This is what we do. Like we contradict ourselves a lot, and the thing is, and then why we do that is because you do that. We're a reflection of you, America. But I think having people who are provocateurs in the crowd. And I think I maybe mentioned this a bunch of times before in other fucking episodes. Yeah, I believe that that's a thing. And I feel like maybe there is the actuality that there can be the idea of a peaceful protest sans these plants, because it's like you almost want to sabotage.
But at the same time,
if you're against it, you want to sabotage it.
George, the schizophrenic homeless guy that's always in the corner by the bodega, sees this giant protest, might be inclined to be a fucking psychopath because that's what he is.
Oh, I forget about the actual people, just normal people in the street who just might be caught up in this and want to lash out.
I assume he's part of them. So when a bottle comes flying from that asshole, ruins the entire peaceful protest.
So I got a question, Mike. All those puffs, this dude is getting tackled right now. All of those puffs, that was all rubber bullet?
Yeah, I think so. Or gas, but I think the rubber bullets.
Damn, I got to YouTube this now. There's definitely got to be somebody out there who took a shot with a rubber bullet on purpose that we could see the welt. I'd like to see what kind of welt would look like from that. Because it's not a paintball welt. Have you ever been shot by a paintball?
Yes, many times.
Yeah, and you welt up. It's purple, you welt up. Rubber bullet's got to be way worse.
Yeah, absolutely, it's a solid. It's not even a good comparison. I played airsoft, and I thought it was hilarious because I'm like, that didn't hurt. Am I even sure? He got it. God damn it. So we're gonna move on because to some funny stuff to keep.
It's time to laugh now. It's time to laugh now because what the world is misery. The world is misery.
I have a Vegas shooting conspiracy video. I'm not going to play it yet, but it is in the description. All the videos now I put in the description, so only for one of the pages. So if you want to actually follow us and watch us, you have to go to Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast on YouTube. That's our main page. That's where all the good shit is, and that's where the description will have links to all the videos, so you can and subscribe to videos we watch. Because this way we don't get flagged for not giving credit where credit
Not
is
giving
due.
credit, and we don't want to do that. We definitely want to give credit to everybody that we
said
play
to
on our
me,
show.
so on Facebook that you guys are the lowest of low because you just react to other people's content. I'm like, well, we also react to news and other things. It's not just content.
And
sometimes you find
we're just doing what you're doing, just publicly. You're watching these same videos and reacting to them in your own way, personally. Right now, we're just sharing our personal reactions to the world because we want to just be dumbfounded by what we see on the internet. And that all being said, also aside from, all the stuff being accredited and stuff like that, we like to react to shit. It's what you do, and this is just what we do. You want to watch it?
Before I even play this video, by the way, I might start a cycle of BPC 157.
Is that like a new fucking growth hormone thing?
You never heard of it? It's on Rogan. It's the
I know.
Wolverine drug. It's the Wolverine drug. Oh, you wanted me to explain it?
Yes.
It's the Wolverine drug. It's supposed to help ligaments and things heal, like any aching injuries that have been like lingering and whatnot. And like I've been working out a lot recently, and not going hard, but I have a gym at work.
Very good.
Right, so I can go to work 15 minutes early, work out. Come back from lunch 15 minutes early, work out. And I do work out at home with dumbbells, and then I have my ribs. I have like a cartilage injury in my rib right here, and I'm like,
so you got to take it easy.
It's so
gotta take it easy.
Weird. And I went to the doctor, and he's like, "Oh, it might be your spleen." And he pokes around and goes, "Yeah, it's not your spleen because you'd be in so much pain." I'm like, "Yeah."
Why does he have to fucking say that off the bat though and get you all fucking worried for no reason? Saying spleen, nobody wants to hear spleen.
Hold on. I already was worried about that because I Google searched the fucking pain in the spot. And I'm like, "Oh my god, my appendix is burst, or I'm dying from spleen cancer, or not pancreatic cancer." And I'm like, "Oh, this is it. It's the end." But
dude,
no.
don't Google diagnose yourself. Just don't do that.
You can't.
Don't do
It's so bad. Everything. It's stub toe. You're dying.
I think I have a blood clot in my toe.
Freak off matters. Is this AI?
It's a rare condition this day and age to demand a freak off.
Oh my god!
With so much rage.
Baby oil.
A stranger's addiction, and you'll never
Side chica.
Some people say that he's losing his mind. Wow. Well, then there must be some magic juice inside.
Wow, the car burning in the background's fucking hilarious.
That's
Kid
funny.
Cudi with the car burning in the background.
So
bad.
Wow.
Whoa, Justin Bieber is Urkel. That's the shit. Dude, the Punisher.
Wow.
You know that dude? He's the prostitute that fucking Diddy just had, like, destroy everybody.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah, I think that was the name of the gigolo or whatever, or the stud that he would just hire for the freak-offs to fuck Cassie. He like paid him to fuck Cassie.
What the fuck, man?
Dude. That's another well, the Karen Reed thing's almost wrapping up. So we'll see if she gets off of that shit. But anyway, the way this guy describes, I want to know if you agree with me, because I totally felt everything this guy said.
I realized when I was growing up, a lot of the things that I thought was normal, it wasn't. The things that I seen, it wasn't normal. But we normalize things based upon what we see every day. We normalize it. In New York City, I seen all type of things that happen, and I was like, oh, that's regular. But then when you move or you get around different people and you tell them stories and they raising their eyebrows when you tell the stories because they like, yo, that's not normal. Then I started looking at myself like, damn, it wasn't normal. I realized when I was growing up, a lot of the
I've been having a lot of that lately, dude. Because I met a couple of people who are just like not familiar with New Yorkers, or maybe slightly familiar with New Yorkers, but like when you talk about like where you're from and like the stories, we don't even realize we talk to each other about our stories, and it doesn't sound ridiculous to us. It just sounds like, oh well, this is some thing that happened, and it's like, oh shit, that's funny, or that's not funny, or that's serious. But the thing is just how outlandish, because you tell that story to somebody else and they're like, what? And I'm like,
we've had discussions about this many times on the show. And I'll go right back to the protests. When people were protesting police brutality and whatnot, and like they were saying like, people a lot of people don't have the same experiences as Black Americans and blah and shit like that.
Right.
And I'm like, but here's the problem with that statement is you're talking about yourself because you're in like Oklahoma or fucking Portland, Oregon, or like whatever. And I'm like,
or like a different area of the country that happens to be racist. You know what I mean?
Or where they're not physically experiencing it at all themselves.
Oh, okay.
Like where we grew up, we were harassed the same as everybody else, if that makes sense.
Everybody caught it. Everybody got abused.
Amounts of harassment.
Yeah.
I mean, we got. I've said this story 500 times. I'll break it down real quick. But I think I was going to meet up with my friends, and they stopped at, and I wasn't with them yet. I was on my way to the house on the Belt Parkway, and I get there and nobody's there. And it turns out they went and got Taco Bell. We're eating the Taco Bell behind the building. The cops rolled up and goes, "Oh, you guys smoking weed?" And like, no, we eating Taco Bell. And they searched them. They said they found weed, even though they didn't have weed. None of them they all claimed they didn't have weed on them. And my friends aren't going to lie to me about this. They'll lie to the judge or the cops. To me.
Not to you, yeah.
And they were like, "Bro, we were literally just eating. They literally planted shit." I'm like, "How?" He's like, "Bro, we were going to go upstairs. We had the house, the apartment. We could smoke inside the apartment. We were going to finish our Taco Bell downstairs, then go upstairs and eat." They literally rolled up on us or locked us all up for weed.
Well, for me, they didn't. They didn't plant shit for me. They found that shit.
And this is also the thing.
They did find that shit. They did find that shit.
A Puerto Rican guy and a Russian guy. And that's how it was in New York City.
Oh, where was that? Where was it? That was Starrett City. That's why. That's that. You just explained Starrett City in a nutshell.
Yeah, well, basically, that was Starrett City. I loved it there. I loved it because it was like that. Like there were some shady people and some people got mugged and shootings happened and
that happened all over the city.
Like it was like. Yes, it was like a melting pot of a neighborhood, like right on the border of real East New York. It was technically still kind of East New York, but it was close to real East New York.
It was East New York before the Starrett City buildings were built in the 70s. It was considered East New York. Yeah. And actually, like when you're on the Belt Parkway over there, that landfill that's on the other side of the Belt Parkway, that wasn't there at all back then. That was flat.
Mm-hmm.
That was all flat. So, yeah, that was East New York technically. And then they subdivided East New York and then built the Starrett buildings at Spring Creek. And they called it Spring Creek, remember?
Yeah. I watched the video. We got flagged for that, but then I challenged them and we won, motherfucker.
Yeah, it's history, right? Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Aren't we allowed to play history? Anyway, everything this guy said was true.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like and subscribe to his shit because he has a lot of wisdoms. I like wisdoms.
Yeah, I like the guy Wolf Hat Facts. We had him on. There's another guy that's his username is I'm 6'7". 6'7".
Yes. Yeah, and he's always like this.
Yeah.
He's always got glasses on, but he doesn't look like a guy who needs to wear glasses.
Like the thing is,
I watch a lot of stuff, but he's ASMR. That guy, I'll be like, because he has like that low radio voice.
There's a lot of people out there that are not falling into all these traps that they're building left, right, black.
That guy is fucking smart, dude. I like that I'm 6'7" or whatever. Yeah, that guy. I watch all of his reels on Instagram, and I'm like, this guy's making so many fucking. I never sent it to you.
No, we've never sent it in the. And we both watch him, which is funny. I never.
Yeah, I follow him. Yeah. But I watch all of his reels, and it's just I agree with almost everything he says, just as far as morality goes. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of that stuff that's sort of missing, and also he's not like a manosphere guy, but he speaks truth kind of shit.
Yes, exactly.
So like what's happening with the male dynamic in culture, or at least in American culture.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Bad Design. Today, I put myself in the middle. Much better. Don't let AI design your business logo. And if you do, say it with me. Show it to one 13-year-old boy.
I got that right away. I'm sorry. I'm like 30 years older than a 13-year-old boy, 31 years older than a 13-year-old boy, and I got that immediately.
Yeah.
Dude, you saw me. I was like,
yeah.
Is this the Donald Trump dance? It's like it is 5 people of different colors that are doing the Donald Trump dance to each other. Okay, so what is the business for this lady? I know it's bad design, but what she said, don't type it into ChatGPT. But it's like, what prompt did she type into ChatGPT to come up with this logo?
I don't know. Oh, speaking of that, Google AI really did a good thumbnail, didn't they?
Yeah, I thought they did. I really thought it was very, very crystal clear. You know, a little bit less
cartoony.
Thank you.
I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
It listened to my prompts pretty well too. It kind of gave me exactly what I asked. Now that I think about it,
dude. Hey, if you're out there, this is a foolproof plan to avoid ice. This guy's got the right idea.
Chino, la mira.
Chino, la mira. Bunch of fucking drug addicts.
All you gotta do is fake the lean, bro, and they'll leave him alone. They're like, don't touch him. He has hepatitis C. Yo, but my favorite part about what he did was the hat flip back and pull the pant leg up at the same time, and then all he did was just drop the arm. It's people still are funny. You guys have to laugh. You have no choice. This guy's trying to make you laugh, and he did that for you. Oh, your name is Elon now.
I think this is hilarious.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
You know what's gonna happen? He's because Zuck is like jiu-jitsu bro now, who's like sort of jacked. He's sort of gained a little bit of muscle mass. No,
I mean he's what, a purple belt?
He's moving up fast, dude. But the thing is, he's been
training a while.
Yeah. But I think he ramped it up. You know, I think he got that purple belt recently.
If you have that much money, you can,
Why aren't you Iron Man? Why aren't you already fucking Iron Man? Like, people want to make a difference. Where is our Batman?
This is funny. Who's at fault? Quickly and quietly. Hold on. Where's the volume?
I like this.
I want to know who was at fault right here. Like, y'all let me know who was at fault right here, because as a trucker perspective, I would have pulled out too. Like, y'all done been to a lot of these shippers and receivers. When you get the green light, pull out, shut your doors. Pull out, shut your doors.
And that's exactly what he was doing.
I guarantee. I want to know who was at fault right here. Like, y'all let me know who was
where's
at
the green light? I don't even see a green light. Do you see a green light?
No. But I just saw him take off with the fucking high-low on it, right?
The light here's red, yeah. That's the problem was. The high-low went in. He didn't drop the stuff off. He just drove away. But look, the light's not green.
So hold on a second.
What? Oh, it did. It flashed green. It did. It did a little green flash. So maybe he saw that.
So
yeah,
I don't think it's the high-low's fault. I think it's the truck driver's fault, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely. But that's kind of funny. Imagine you pulling.
Oh my god, dude! I thought at first before I saw the replay that it just disappeared down like a shaft. I was like, oh fucking no, dude! I was talking to somebody earlier about how the algorithm is just like, for some reason, it just wants to show you nasty shit. And I was getting a lot of high-low disasters. I think I sent a bunch of them to you. A lot of them were like the collapsed fucking warehouse shelves.
Yeah.
But I seen one where one fell down a shaft.
Jesus Christ!
I didn't send it to you. I didn't send it to you because it was definite fatality.
I get trained on one at work because I have to use one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not worried about it. It's just funny because I've seen all those videos. And I'm like, yep, got to be very safe with this fucking thing. Otherwise,
please be careful, Mike.
Oh, this guy's pretty fucking funny. I don't always agree with him, but Jake Barr, he's pretty fucking funny.
Let's see what he has to.
And did you see that guy as a bonus after, if we have time, I want to play the racist guy. Did you see that video I sent you? I texted you and I said, yo, this guy's fucking racist.
Oh, I didn't watch it. My bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. The problem with it's like you might agree with him with something he says, and then he has to take it 2 levels later, like further, and you're like, no, I don't agree. Like, you're a fucking dick, or you're a racist piece of shit. It's like,
so are we outing a racist piece of shit? Let's go.
I guess not now. This is not him. It's the
okay.
This guy's the man.
Copy.
Sexual, which means 4 things. I always want more tattoos. I'm really upset that I'm attracted to men. I love all women, especially the ones who are mean to me. And my cat is my child.
So you're a basic white bitch? I hope you and your future husband live happily ever after. You know, for all the alphabets out there, being a bi female is definitely the easiest one, right? Like the barrier to entry is minimal. I made out with a girl drunk in a bar in Poughkeepsie once, and now I know exactly what it's like to be like the rest of you. It's like playing a game that was made for a bunch of restarted kids in a group home, and then choosing the easiest setting. Hey, if you won't have the conversation, I will. Everything else is a spectrum, so I'm about to kaleidoscope this shit. Being a bi-female is so far on the outskirts that they all marry straight dudes. Or end up with a lot of cats. Moving on. Well, what about bi-men? If you like Bob's and Vagine and still want to take the peen, it costs a bit more than just, I don't know, somebody licked it once, you know? This is gonna hurt some of you, but bi women are just the prey for fuckboy lesbians. Get fucked, cunts. We're gonna drink some bi-occupy.
Get fucked, cunts.
Did he say restarted?
Yeah, since they're retarded. Just because, but he doesn't want to say retarded, but he'll say get fucked, cunts.
Yeah, it's very British of him though by saying that. Get fucked, cunt sounds like a
He's
British.
the one that did the pedophile video. Like he wanted to shoot the pedophile.
Oh, I remember now. I remember.
So he does lots of videos like this, but he's not entirely wrong when he said like it is true. That line is very thin between lesbian, bisexual, female is very not for everybody, but
yeah.
No funny commentary. He's just like, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I sort of he hit a lot of nails on the head, and that's the thing. Like I'm like the whole lesbian fuckboy thing going after being predatory to buy women sounds about right. Like I don't know because like in the whole like the Me Too thing that happened. It's like it exposed a lot of like toxic bro culture and rape culture and all that stuff. But I'm like, does it exist in that chauvinistic bull lesbian community?
Probably.
Because that's like a thing. There are like lover boy like lesbian influencers.
My friend, I mean an acquaintance, I haven't spoken to her in so long, so like she's a lesbian.
Yeah.
And she's always, she's not bisexual at all. She's only a lesbian. She's British. Only a lesbian. She's more than just a lesbian, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to state here.
Gotcha.
And I one day was like, how'd I say it? I forgot something. And I was like, John was complaining about his wife. And I said something. And she goes, guys, it's the same. What do you mean it's the same? She's like, it's the same. I got this job because my wife was nagging at me because I stayed home and played video games all day. And she wanted me to get a job, so I ended up here with you. And I'm like, wait, what? She goes, yes, it's the same for everybody.
It's the same dynamic. It's just the same dynamic.
She fucking drives me nuts, tells me I don't clean the house enough, and she's the breadwinner and told me to get a job. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, it's the same.
It's the same. It's the same. Listen, when you have, there is just a dynamic where that's just going to happen. So if you have the male type and the female archetype, and no matter what, like it doesn't matter like what actual gender they are. You know what I mean? If you're just gonna have that in any couple, that's just how it's gonna turn out.
Yeah,
it sounds pretty normal and typical. If you think about it,
this video would be part 2 to the last video we had about this subject. But this is real. This existed, and there should be protests on the street for this.
Map camp?
We got a map camp. And we're not talking topographical. It stands for minor attracted person, toddler touchers, Diddy's disciples. You get it. Now, the event already happened, and the organizers prohibited campers from calling the police and cautioned against the dangers such as tripping because you were distracted by a sexy minor. Now, this happened in Vermont, because obviously, and the campground is next to an elementary school, because obviously. So close, in fact, that they're looking at fencing options now, and the school will no longer deal with the Onion River campground ever again. Now, the co-founder, Brian Ribbon, is quoted as saying, "The days of MAPS quietly tolerating, the extreme stigma and oppression of us are over." Want to bet? Call me Jason for he's because I'm about to change the name of your camp to Camp Fertilizer. Don't worry, it won't be fast. I'll be bringing a cactus with me, and it'll be so deep in there, and I'll put it in there with such explosive force. We'll call it my little Excaliburton. Oh, and make sure you let me know if you have a second annual one. Love to be there. Get fucked, stay fucked, or chicks about. Okay, bye.
So that's his send off every video?
Almost. He's kind of awesome. I don't always agree with him, but like, there's things to agree with him on. Like this, if you don't agree with him on this, you're the problem.
I'm saying like, what's crazy is that I'm just thinking the only way that this could be going forward is if the campground themselves had no idea who they were renting the space to.
But he said they posted things about not calling the cops and stuff. Why would they? It's.
I could see why. I could see why the organization would post that, but why did the campground post that? No, that was the map organization. That's fucking crazy, dude. Now, number one, can I just say this? What the fuck is wrong with you by outing yourself?
You're away from the mic.
I'm sorry.
Move it. There you go.
My bad. What the fuck is wrong with you with outing yourself? Like, you're sort of making a target. So it's like, if you're making yourself a target, you know that people who don't like this are going to come after you. Why would you be proud of doing something that's completely fucking illegal? You know,
they're claiming now. Thank God, the level-headed people in the LGBTQ community are like, they're not here.
They're not part of us.
They're trying to bring their own flag to this equation and become a legit thing. And it's like, no, this is a problem. It's not a legit thing. I mean, it is a legit thing, but it's a problem.
That's the problem. It's a problem because it's a legit
normalized.
Thing. Yeah.
It's like there's a reason why snakes, any animals like that, are kept in cages, because they sometimes bite. You can let it out occasionally, but you might get bit. And in this case, it's pretty fucking bad.
And if you get bit, it's fucking catastrophic.
Now, this is the guy I found who posted videos, and he is super fucking racist. Now, don't follow this fucking guy. As you can see, I'm not following him.
Yeah.
Do not follow this fucking guy.
All right, so we're gonna instant fuck this guy. What is his name? Could we individually say fuck? What is his name?
I don't know, but it's woman propaganda. His name of his page. And
okay, fuck woman propaganda. And does he have a check mark? He could go fuck himself.
I don't know if he has a check mark. This is Facebook.
So is this dude with the mustache?
Remember Facebook now has very loose rules again. So now you can do videos, but like some videos he's not as bad as others. But because of the bad videos, it's just fuck this guy. But we'll watch a couple before the show ends, and you can tell me what you think.
I called the N-word by a racist in Germany, and I received $2,000 because I could prove it. Here are 4 steps for you, so you can hopefully get your money too if you experience racism. First things first, you need proof. Get a clear video of their face while they're saying the word, and if
you got $2,000 for getting called the N-word? Fuck you. I live in America. We have the First Amendment here.
I got called the N-word.
Yeah, man, and most of
got eyes on the target.
Oh, this is Joey Sal.
I got called the N-word by a racist in Germany, and I received $2,000 because
I'll share his page.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy?
This is yeah.
Let's talk about fitness through the perspective of a rape survivor.
No thanks. Not interested. Good luck with that, though.
Let's talk about fitness through the perspective of a rape survivor.
It's the first day of Pride Month, and I have yet to see a single brand that's changed their logo. And I don't really know how to feel about it, because I feel like in the past we've usually kind of said like, oh, it's just, it's a cash grab. It's so that these companies can, make money off of queer people.
Blah, blah, blah. But
this time it feels a little homophobic. It feels like it has something to do with the rise of conservatism. It feels like it has something to do with the rollbacks of DEI and shit like that. Like, I feel like...
I always forget that being pro-choice technically means that I'm pro people also being able to choose to keep the baby. Like, I just heard about some people from my high school who accidentally got pregnant, and the girl is apparently decided to keep the baby, and my first thought was like, what? I'm like, our state is pro-choice, you can get rid of it. And I said that to a mutual friend, and she was like, well, yeah, she can also choose to keep it. I was like, oh, that's how that works. I don't know if I'm pro-choice. I think I'm pro a lot of the people I know shouldn't be parents yet.
Having a big, beautiful smile doesn't make you not evil. This video is so creepy. Listen to her just casually making jokes.
So I do agree with him, but he's also creepy and doing the same thing that she's doing.
Now hold on.
On a whole worse level than her. He's like the epitome of disgustingness.
But I think he's fake.
You think this is trolling?
I think this is a troll. I think this is a character piece.
Fighting for women's rights has too often become synonymous with man-hating. If there is one thing I know for certain,
but the comments are bad too,
it is that this has to stop. Women are choosing not to identify as feminist. Why has the word become such an uncomfortable one? I am from Britain, and I think it is right that I am paid the same as my male counterparts. I think it is right.
So the comments are like, remember, this is parody. And the response comments are, it's not parody. He's dead serious. And it's like, nah, he's being serious. Yeah, sure. Parody.
It's totally parody. It's 100% like he's not being real. He's
I'm by my wife, Tam. Body count's not real. I take care of my grandmother. My queer friends feel safe with me. Team Drew. I'm in therapy. Madison Humphreys never made a video about me. I make sure my wife drinks plenty of water. I know how to cook. I'm a girl dad. I often cry. Fuck traditional gender norms. I don't have a podcast. Andrew Tate bombs in prison. I don't care if my wife is on my phone. I've watched The Handmaid's Tale. I use alternative milks, not an incel. My wife can't cook and I don't care. No is a complete sentence. I read books to my kids. I've never owned a poster of dogs playing cards.
Beta male of the week goes to this guy. What a huh?
Do you know what's gross? Women are either Ms., Miss, or Mrs. For some reason, society has deemed it important to know whether she's single, married, or widowed. Men, on the other hand, it's just Mr. Because their relationship with women doesn't affect their social status.
That's true. Men's relationship with women does not affect their social status. Amen. Thank God. Women are trying to change that. That's why they call us incels when we disagree with them. But shit, man. I mean, what's the point of this video? White women just want to be victims so badly.
Wow.
Shut the fuck up and get off the internet, you fucking bitch. Fuck.
I mean, like,
you think this is parody?
I think okay. It's a bad character. It's a fucking horrible character. I just want to slap the shit out of him just because I just don't like him.
Okay.
And it's not because of what he's saying. Like, I could really give a flying fuck about his opinion, but if this guy came to me in the street and said, sir, in fact, like trying to sound like some sort of fucking Wyatt Earp mustache having fucking Ben Shapiro, I would slap the shit out of him. A guy like him is an incel because guys like me exist. You know what I mean? That's why he's an incel. This guy wouldn't last 2 seconds in a conversation with a normal human being. But the thing is, he is a very angry and obviously little sounding man. And I'm not talking about his penis, although obviously if he had a big dick, he wouldn't have to make these kind of internet videos. You know what I mean? He'd be making other internet videos.
Look at his shirt right there. Look what he's got. He's a grifter.
He's totally fake, right? He's fake.
No, a grifter means ripping people off. Like
he's
trying to make money, make America Christian again.
Yeah, but he's a grifter trying to make money because this is all a troll job. He's a fake, but the character that he's playing sucks, dude. He's garbage.
Not once does it say
we're allowed to rip people on the internet, right? I want this guy to come after me. Come after me. I live in Florida, motherfucker. I don't know what fucking state you live in. But come after me. I think you're a piece of shit.
That we know.
Get at me, bro. I don't give a fuck.
It is fun to watch Annika Kasparian rip into Shabbos Kestenbaum. That happens here at minute 29, so I'm jumping ahead.
Of course, not just in our country, but also across the world. This is increasingly why young Americans are being dissuaded from joining the electoral process. We have to stop with the straw man argument. We have to stop with the ad hominem attacks. The reality is very, very simple. On October 7th, Hamas and Gazan civilians went into a sovereign country.
So when did he come?
So wait, hold on a second.
He just started 2 months ago. This is all fresh. Jesus,
he's a faker. He's a faker.
It's.
What did he do before this? What is his internet footprint?
His oldest is this video. It's the same stuff we're seeing right now.
So wait, are we allowed to have somebody on the show and be like, "Don't follow them. Don't follow this guy. Don't follow."
Yeah, we can do that because then we can actually, if they like come after us, we go, "No, we say the opposite of what we mean. We meant follow him."
I mean, listen, it's I'm not gonna say sometimes I get annoyed at how fuming the View gets, you know what I mean, over stuff that's happening. But I just don't like his opinion on it. I don't like him speaking for me. I don't like this guy fucking speaking for me. If he thinks he is, he could fucking suck my dick. But he'd have to shave that fucking mustache off.
Jesus.
Because only one of us in that room is going to have a mustache.
Oh.
What?
Okay. All right. Another one. All right.
So he's reacting to people feeding each other video?
Oh my God. The way he ate that spaghetti. Oh.
Knock it down.
I didn't know that was is that like a mukbang video? Is that what that is?
I don't know. It's the same couple though.
My daughter is not playing with these baby
And
Karens.
Karen's just want to deal with it. The fuck? Yep, knock all of it down. Good girl.
These comments are bad.
Training their kids to hate
Very
white people.
good, Nayoshi. And grab it and tear it off.
Very good. Good
Okay.
job. Oh my gosh.
I don't like this guy, Mike.
Tear it up again.
Oh.
Don't put your hands on her.
Warning the white girl, don't put your hands
do
on.
that.
These people hate us, and they're training their children to hate us.
He's bad.
How is any of this okay?
Knock it down.
He's bad. What's going on in the video he's watching is bad, but when you're watching the worst thing that can be like, that's, you know, you're feeding the fire. You're feeding the fire. And that's
he's not making anything better, dude. He's making it a lot worse.
This is the people we don't want on any political side. We don't want him having a voice. And it sounds, I feel weird saying that because like I'm also for free speech.
Yeah.
But like this is a lot of the videos he's doing are like borderline hate speech. And I can't believe I just said that because I think that it's all speech is speech.
This is the thing, you know. He could continue saying whatever he wants, but I think after a couple of fucking hard open hand slaps against the face, he might shut the fuck up.
Whoa! You can't threaten people. I know you didn't say you would do it.
I didn't say I would do it. I'm saying if somebody did it, you know.
Comments with this black fatigue, that term.
Usually, people who get slapped the shit out of shut the fuck up eventually. I think it's a statistical fact.
Well, I think typically someone would take advantage of that and use it to their own benefit and set up a GoFundMe saying, "Hey,
like a grifter, a grifter.
I was assaulted by the Dumbfounded Dipshits podcast, so the DFD podcast. Is that what we're doing? DFD? DFDS. The I'm gonna type it so I don't forget it over here. The DFDS podcast.
Yes. So next week that might be what you're gonna see on the intro.
Well, it's still it's mainly for the titles and images too, because it just helps not get flagged for anything, so the reach might get a little better.
I'll write it on the chalkboard.
It would also help if we had better content, but you know we can't really do much about that. So sorry, guys. This is our
shitty show, and we like our dipshitty show, and you're just gonna have to either keep watching the dipshits or tell your friends not to watch.
And definitely don't follow that guy, woman propaganda. But go there and leave some angry comments if you want. Disagree with all those fucking people, because all those comments are like in agreement with him. And like I get it. Some of the videos you might be like, oh yeah, I kind of agree with that. But all the other ones you'll be like, it should make you feel uncomfortable.
But again, join us again next week at 9:30 on YouTube, Rumble, all other platforms. We'll be back, Dumbfounded Dipshits. Thank you for joining us. I think we had a consistent amount of people today. Like and subscribe, all the things that we put on except the guy at the end. He could go fuck himself. Again, guy at the end can go fuck himself.